Kind of bummed you're not in Houston this week?
No, it's too hot down there. No, I'm happy to be here and just keep getting the foot better. That's what's important, and just being ready to play for Real.
Are you happy for your teammates that are going to go down there healthy and be a part of the
game? Oh
yeah.
No, it's gonna be great. I told Homison to get a good jersey and Javier, all those guys to trade a jersey. So I'm sure they'll come back with something. And I know they were all really excited to be a part of it, and hopefully many more years to come.
Do you think those guys will play a lot of minutes and come back a little tired on Saturday?
I hope not. That could be a good chance for the LA coach, to kind of take a stab at us by playing our guys extra long. But we'll see. I mean, it'll come around if he does do that.
It's his reward for having the best record.
I guess so. He gets to play whoever he wants.
How big of a thrill will it be to watch your guys play against Manchester United tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm real excited for the game. I actually had wanted to go down there to be there in person to see our guys play, but ultimately felt like it wasn't going to work out and don't want to miss any training sessions here. So the focus is still on next weekend. Let's not forget.
It's been interesting, Olave. We always talked about, such a gifted player. If he could just take the mental mistakes out of his game, he could be an elite player. I think he's done that this year, besides maybe one game. Do you feel like he's, where he deserves to be based on his form this year?
Absolutely. I think the recognition for him has been a long time coming. For me, he more than deserves it. It's going to be really interesting to see him play on that stage. I think this year for him to only have, a grand total of 4 yellow cards.
Oh, okay, perfect.
And we're more than halfway through the season is nothing less of remarkable.
One of the guys that's impressed me a lot over the years is Javier Morales. I think he's done well. Looking forward to playing with Landon as always. William Conde is good. Sebastian Letou. Juan Pablo Angel. All these guys are great players. I'm really looking forward to getting on the field with these guys.
Confidence is now with these fans who are definitely in this game. On the volley, and a stunning, magnificent strike from Real Salt Lake. Right over his shoulder in the top corner. Now, again, not the best of clearances. Now, I can't do much about that. Just kind of hits Braun, but what a strike, man. That's one to remember.
When you hit that ball, did you know it was in instantly?
Yeah, I did. As soon as I hit it, I just kind of saw it start to curl towards that top corner. I knew it wasn't going over, so I think I kind of even started running towards the corner flag a little bit before it went in. But just one of those strikes where it's lucky enough to find the top corner.
How do you adjust your mentality coming off the bench after starting so many games? Obviously, Kyle's back, and we talk a lot about the depth of this team. But does your preparation change whether you're starting?
Yeah,
or
definitely
off the bench.
Definitely it does, and I think it was a little bit easier this game because I knew that I was either going to be going in at halftime or in the 60th minute, and I knew what position I was going to be going in. So it's difficult when you've been starting a string of games, but you just know you're going to have a job to do when you get in the game, and you act accordingly, and you be a professional about it, and you get on with it, and that's what I try to do.
Talk a little bit about DC United this weekend and how critical it is to try. I know the goal was to get 6 points out of these 2 home games. Obviously, leave 2 on the table. So how do you make up for that against DC?
Well, I think we need to come out. I don't think that we played bad against Chivas. I just think we were kind of lacking in the final third, maybe. We need to come out and play the same way we've played at home pretty much the entire season. And last game is over, and we need to look forward. And I think, we obviously wanted to get 6 points out of these 2 games, but it's just 3 points every home game if you think about it. Every single game we play at home. So I think we're in a situation where we know our schedule's going to get tough and pretty strenuous here the next couple months, and we want to grab as many points as we can. And I think that you'll see the same effort, fight, and pedal to the metal on Saturday night.
What lessons can we learn from those 2 games against DC in 4 days back at the beginning of June? Any takeaways?
Not much, to be honest. Okay. I think that's part of the thing you're seeing with all these teams in the MLS. I said it last week. It's a situation where teams struggle, in the beginning of the year, and then all of a sudden they make a bunch of changes, whether it's in the coaching staff or personnel with players, and all of a sudden guys kind of, you know, start to fight a lot harder because now you got new coach or new players and everyone's fighting for a job. And things change so quickly. And I just think that you can't look and say, well, this team is struggling, the record's not great, and this, you know, everyone's pretty good. It's a league of parity, and we need to take everyone serious, and we will. And in saying that, you know, 3 points is a must on Saturday.
Any, I guess, what about, what did you see in today's session? Is the disappointment maybe from that tie on Saturday night behind us and looking forward to DC United?
Yeah, I think so. You know, I've talked to quite a few of the players, and the majority of the sentiment is next weekend. We're already focused on next weekend and picking up maybe some of the points that we dropped this weekend. And as we go along through the season, we're going to have to remember that draw that we had here and the draw that we had against San Jose, and really try to pick up 2 points, 4 points now in 2 games on the road.
Talk a little bit about any takeaways from the 2 games in 4 days against DC back at the end of June that or beginning of June that go into thinking for this weekend. Or are they another different team? So many MLS teams look different now than they did earlier in the year.
Yeah, I know they have 2 different players in their striker. I think his name's Hernandez, and their midfielder Boskovic. And we haven't scouted them individually yet to tell you. But you know, when you change 2 players and you're out of 11, it's going to have some impact. And I do think that the one thing that we picked up from that game, those 2 games back in DC in early June, is that they've got a real dangerous player, and his name is Nahar. So we're going to have to be focused on him.